talking, man. Over there poking you in the eye so you can't see.
Dude, don't get a fucking attitude with me, man. Don't get a fucking attitude with me.
That people's checks were gonna get cut, the tax were gonna continue on poor people, but instead we are here today claiming July 1st as a victory because we continually stood up to these fools. Time after time, from the beginning of this, people have stood up. And now we know, if y'all hear it, the ship is sinking. July 1st, instead of being a day of sadness, of loss, July 1st is a day of victory. July 1st is a day of resistance. So salute the comrades inside. We got some folks here today to speak. Here with Homes Not Jails, Coalition on Homelessness, some folks from Power, different folks from the community coming to say we want to implement real solutions to homelessness. We've got our own solutions. Why don't you come talk to us, Gavin Newsom, right? Instead of spending $1 million to try to take people's money away, why don't you develop some real solutions?
Yeah,
so first up, we got a couple of people speaking from the community. We've got Enrique from the Day Laborer Program who's going to speak with us. Let's give him a hand.
Enrique! ¡Órale!
Muchas gracias, amigos. Como trabajador del Day Laborer Program, vengo a respaldar la alternativa que han tomado nuestros compañeros para solidarizarnos en su lucha. No están solos.
So good afternoon, comrades. My name is Enrique. I'm with the Day Labor Program, and I'm here to back up the solutions put forth by Homes Not Jails. We're here in solidarity with that effort.
Hey!
Tenemos que decirles a las autoridades que nosotros también, así como los elegimos para que defiendan nuestros intereses, para que tomen las decisiones que correspondan a nuestros intereses, tienen que escucharnos.
We are here, they need to hear us, they need to implement our solutions, they need to listen to our needs.
Por ejemplo, nosotros estamos sufriendo una persecución. Nos están clasificando entre los que tenemos casas en propiedad y los que no tenemos casas o los sin casa.
So they're vilifying us, they're classifying us. For example, they're classifying us based on who has housing and who doesn't.
Wait for the camera.
Los que no tenemos vivienda hemos perdido, no hemos podido pagar la renta y entonces nos hemos visto obligados a ir a un shelter. Pero resulta de que quieren criminalizar ese hecho digitalizando nuestra fotografía y nuestras huellas.
So those of us that don't have housing, people that can't pay rent and are obligated to go to a shelter are now, as a result of that, being criminalized. We're being forced to give our images to this digital imaging system, and we're being criminalized.
Por eso es que nos negamos a esta medida y tenemos nuestras alternativas, pero nos gustaría que la medida no sea parcial. Lo que debería hacerse, por lo tanto, es que controlen la subida de las rentas de los propietarios, de los landlords, para que ello permita que no haya más gente sin vivienda.
So that's why we are against these initiatives, and that's why we're pushing for alternatives. We don't want a partial solution, we want a complete solution. We want rent to go down, we want landlords to be held accountable to be able to create housing and have housing that's accessible for folks who don't have housing to be able to have access.
En segundo lugar, queremos decirle de que están creando la lucha de clases con estas medidas. Nosotros, como generadores de riqueza en este país, como trabajadores que somos, tenemos derechos a defenderlos a ejercitarlos y a reclamarlos. Y si no, aquí estamos.
So I haven't even translated that, but y'all know it was sounding good, right?
Damn straight.
I had to write the whole thing though. Okay. So basically what they're doing with this is they're pushing a class war. We as workers, as generators of the richness in this country, we have our rights. We will defend our rights. We will exercise our rights, and we will reclaim our rights. And if they don't listen to us, here we are. So thank you, gracias, Enrique. So we got up next. We got Ted Gillickson from the SF Tenants Union.
I bet Gavin Newsom never thought that Prop 10 would begin with a Homes Not Jails takeover of a vacant building.
Woo!
This is a real solution to homelessness, not something that he envisions, but using vacant property to house people who need housing. This is a building which has been vacant for 15 years, a decade and a half, sitting here 15 years while people are sleeping on the street outside of it. And what's worse, it's owned by the city. There's nothing more immoral than for the city to be owning vacant buildings which are classified as surplus property, meaning that they have no use for it, and to not let people live there who need housing. It's a crime that people are dying on the streets when the government owns vacant buildings that people could be living in. Homes Not Jails took this building over a year and a half ago. At that time, the city said, oh, we'll do something with it. We'll do something with it soon. They've been saying that for the last decade. Here we are, a year and a half later, and the building is still sitting here, still unused, and still available for squatting, which we've done. Woo!
Yeah! Squat, 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 squat.
In response to the takeover a year ago, the Board of Supervisors, thanks to Supervisor Daley, passed a piece of legislation mandating that the city inventory all of its buildings and determine which ones are vacant and which of those vacant ones are surplus property. On that list, which has just come out and we're just going over now, there's a number of other buildings, like an old abandoned fire station on Jesse Street, an old abandoned police station at Petro and 20th, and other buildings which could be used to house people right now. And what Homes Not Jails want is we want these buildings turned over to us, and we want to have the right to let the people who need housing to move into those buildings immediately and begin doing the renovation work to turn them into permanent, affordable housing, renovated through the sweat equity of people who need housing. And the buildings which can't be fixed up, according to the daily legislation, should be sold immediately with the money from the sale going for to purchase and develop more affordable housing. This is a real solution, which right now is housing 13 people. And I think those 13 people are going to stay here as long as they possibly can.
Pretty soon. We're gonna rent a couple of rooms. We're working on the game room in the bowling alley.
Hey, anybody wants to go in? Storm!
Because so long as the people who are in here stay here, these are people who are housed. These are people who got housing for nothing in a vacant city building. And we'll keep doing this. Homes Not Jails will keep doing this all throughout the city at all of the vacant city buildings. Thank you.
Homes Not Jails! 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 Jails! Homes Not Jails! Homes Not Jails!
It's very clear there's a fight going on right now in San Francisco. It's a fight of whose San Francisco is it. We've been saying from the first time this came out, this is about turning this city into a tourist Disneyland. And we don't fit into that equation. So Gavin Newsom's got his master plan, but every step that fool takes, we're right there. He's getting smacked around right now. So solutions, and people have been coming with those things. And next up, we've got Garth Ferguson, longtime activist,
I want to say something, first of all, that comes from my heart. There are 13 heroes in my heart today, and I want to thank them for taking the risk and claiming a building that's ours.
Yeah!
Take Newsom's house next.
Newsom's house! Newsom's house!
Anyway, what I'm really going to talk about for a minute is that people that keep saying that there's never been solutions by homeless people and around homeless issues and stuff. And number one, I just want to say, having been involved for a while, one of the first solutions we have, people are now taking advantage of, because we said, give us city buildings that are empty and all of that stuff. We have the people who can do the work. And all we want is equal justice and stuff. And that's why. And I'm really nervous about this. But I think that there are solutions. I'm supposed to go through them, and I really can't. So.
You want me to hold the mic?
Okay, I really am too nervous and excited to go through all of this. Okay.
Yeah, you're doing good. Garth! Garth rules!
So basically, we have come up with a 10-point program, and it's broken down into 4 different departments. I'm just going to read the head parts and stuff. One is housing, and this is housing. This is what this whole thing is about. And economic justice. I'm sorry. And economic justice, and that's wages, and powers here who help develop wages, and excuse me. And treatment on demand for people who want to deal with the drug issues and all of this, and homeless prevention, that on-site counseling for people who live in supportive housing. That's kept me housed for 5 years, and administrative accountability. That's citywide coordination and strategic planning. And financing, the money's there, we want it. Yeah. And one other thing too is that I've got a package called Continuum of Care, and that's something that there's some people here who I'm glad to see who have sat down, and it's where the city, the homeless people, advocates, all of them sit down and choked each other until they came out with a plan. It's not perfect, but there's been a plan for a long time. They just don't want to finance it.
All right. And so we all know this taking it to them sometimes, it's going to make us feel a little bit uncomfortable. But you know, the bottom line is that we are the experts. People who are on these streets every day know what the problems and know what the solutions are. These cats like Gavin Newsom and these fools sitting fat in City Hall, what do they know? They never ask people what they think. Do any of y'all, when Gavin Newsom was trying to come with Prop N, do any of y'all, did he approach anybody? Did he approach any people that are affected?
He don't care!
That has been doing work with this shit for a long time and has developed solutions? Hell no.
He went to New York.
He went to New York, right? Which wasn't a very good example.
And he lied about it.
We've only been cracking heads over there for hella long. It's not a good example. We're not New York. We need our own solutions, right? So next up, before we go on, let's do a little chant. How y'all feel?
All right, yeah!
You want that one? All right. So D called for this.
D!
We're gonna do that. So why don't you start it off? That's not care, that's a crime. Shelter bed at 59. That's not care, that's a crime. Shelter bed at 59. That's not care, that's a crime. Shelter bed at 59. That's not care, that's a crime. Shelter bed at 59. That's not care, that's a crime. So next up, so amidst these initiatives that are attacking us, there's also a budget process that's happening. Severe cuts in programs and all kinds of shit. Next up, we've got Andrew Hayes. You like how I just simplified that? It's all kinds of shit being cut, right? It ain't good. Just as a whole, it ain't good. So next up, we got Andrew Hayes from the Homeless Death Prevention Outreach Team, who's going to speak on this. This is a program that's under threat right now, and they're fighting for its life at the Board of Supervisors. So we want to give a hand for Andrew as he comes to speak to us.
It's good seeing you people, and I'm telling you, I'm a social worker. I've been working for 20 years on the streets, and we have a team that works. We go out and we engage people, we get their trust, we work with them, we work with how they want to change their lives. And we've been cut out, but we've been working with the Board of Supervisors and the People's Budget, and the union, Local 790, has stood behind us. The administration has not, of the Department of Public Health. They haven't given us any encouragement. But we have done this with the homeless people. Over 40 or 50 people have testified before the supervisors on their own, come up and said, we want our own people who see us as beautiful people, as being resilient and having health and having the ability to transform their lives and rise up like phoenixes from the ashes. And we see it every day. And we want to continue to do this. We want a storefront somewhere around here where we can have access all day. And we can have food and groups, and we can empower each other, and we can do it. We know we can do it, so we need your help with the Board of Supervisors, all the supervisors. Say, keep hope alive. Keep the homeless alive.
Keep the hope alive. Keep the hope alive. Keep the hope alive.
All right. Stop the war on the poor. Homes, not jails. We deserve more. Stop the war on the poor. Homes, not jails. We deserve more. Stop the war on the poor. Homes, not jails. We deserve more. Stop the war on the poor. Homes, not jails. We deserve more. So next up, we've got Nora Calderon, longtime leader, longtime fighter, taking it to him. She's taking it to Gavin Newsom on more than one occasion. She's here to talk to us a little bit about Coalition.
Buenos días a todos, mi nombre es Nora Calderón. Yo no soy trabajadora social, pero soy miembro de Poder.
So, hello everybody, my name is Nora Calderon. I'm not a social worker, but I'm a member of Power.
Y para los que no conocen Poder, Poder somos una organización que es compuesta y dirigida por nosotros mismos, la gente trabajadora.
So for those of you that don't know, Power is an organization made up of workers, led by workers.
Y estamos aquí para luchar por todos nuestros derechos.
And we are here to fight for all of our rights.
Y una de las cosas, nosotros no estamos aquí en solidaridad con nuestros compañeros. Nosotros estamos aquí porque nosotros, todos es nuestra lucha.
So we are not here just in solidarity. We are here because it is our struggle. We share the same struggle.
Y la razón es que tenemos que luchar por nuestros derechos.
And just like the comrade Enrique said, is that those politicians, they work to steal our money.
This is still the other side of the squat. Over at the old school that's been vacant for 15 years. 15 long years. City-owned property. People can live in. We don't need to plead. Give the people what they need.
And so one of the things they're trying to, they're not giving people what they need. They're not giving it. They're not listening to anybody. They're trying to push all this shit. One of those things is biometrics imaging. What the hell is that, right? You're just getting people's information. You're fingerprinting people, right? Don't matter what you call it. Don't matter what you want to say. You're criminalizing people. You're taking people's private information just for the simple fact that someone needs to lay their head at night in a shelter. They think that gives them the right. Is that right?
No!
So we've been fighting that too. They ain't been giving us what we need, but they've been trying to shove this shit on us. So to speak on that, we've got, let me just check here. Tony. Tony Green. Tony Green is going to speak on the biometric imaging that's been happening in the shelters.
Hi, I'm Tony Green. Homes Not Jails and Coalition. Well, everybody pretty much knows about biometricing, but for the people who don't, it's really messed up. They're taking finger images and photo identification of people and putting on a computer system, which George Smith has openly admitted in the senior task force meeting that the feds do have access to those computers at any time. They've also stated that they're also a court order away from that system being exposed to anybody who wants to see it. So that has been said officially already by George Smith of the mayor's office with the senior task force meetings. Biometricing, there are people being displaced all over the city right now. I'm one of them who feel very strongly because it infringes on our rights. It's unconstitutional. It infringes on immigrants and people who have mental disabilities. They're saying that you can, if you're not in the changes system, which is MHMIS, biometricing, you will not be permitted to get a shelter bed. You cannot get the services. There is no federal law that sits there and says that that this is so. MHMIS system was implemented because of a federal mandate, and there was no penalty if the city did not cooperate right away with it. And biometricing in no way was requested or demanded. But the city wasted over $70,000, I believe it was, to go ahead and implement this biometricing and implement it. We have a police department here now, so hi.
You guys took us over once before. They have to come out. You guys gotta come out.
I mean, this is free protest.
Homes not jails! 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 Homes not jails!
Yeah, we're going to be here as long as it takes.
What's the program today?
The program is that they've took up this building. Oh, guys! Please.
Here's right now.
1 second. I want to tell the police what's
Scheduled speaker, I'm afraid.
what's going on.
Can you do this? Take this over?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
All you gotta do is you want to know what the itinerary and what's going on.
And to trace people,
Hold on just one moment.
treat them like the Nazis treated the Jews, like cattle. They're branding us, but they're using our own personal information, our fingerprints, our pictures. They have staff that work in these shelters that are very questionable as to their intentions, and they have access to your Social Security numbers. They have access to your date of birth. That means that they can use your information fraudulently. Anybody who works for the changes system, and they don't screen their staff, they do not screen them, has access to this information. Proposition N today, that's not part of biometricing, but Proposition N and biometricing have a lot that bring them together. And we're fighting against Proposition N. We're fighting against biometricing. And I encourage anybody who's not in the system, don't get in the system.
Okay.
I'm refusing myself. So, thank you.
Power to the people!
Faces.
So let's make it clear, we have a right to be here, we have a right to exercise our rights, we have a right to defend our rights, and how Enrique said earlier, we're going to defend our rights and we're going to reclaim our rights. So let's be clear, we are here because we have a right to housing, we have a right to defend ourselves. Part of this has been criminalizing people, and many times these folks are the ones who are taking that out. They're the foot soldiers enacting the policy, right? It's illegal to sleep on the street. It's illegal to stand on the street. It's illegal to have help. What do you want us to do? Right? That's That's right. That's right. So we're all with you, right? We're all with you. Ordinary. Housing is a right, and we're gonna demo take it if they don't get it. That's right.
That's right. Don't let the devil have it.
With our press conference, right? We're gonna keep on with what we're doing. Next up, wanna call up Comrade Rollo, who's with Gay Shame. Some of y'all might have heard. Gavin Newsom tried to come up. First he came to Juneteenth. He had the nerve to go to Juneteenth, right? He had the nerve to go to Juneteenth. Then he tried to step to the Pride Parade, right? He got jacked up. So Gay Shame has been consistently taking it to Gavin Newsom and coming hard.
Taking it like, you know.
Now, I got it now, yeah.
They're not going in yet, you guys, if they got this information.
They went in.
Yeah, they went in.
He just showed them how to get in. The guy was waiting for a command from his, they're just having a conversation over there. Yeah. Because I'll double check, but yeah, they just. This one's heavy. He's got to get his food done.
And the people that are inside, they know what's going to happen. I just want to send her an open. They're already in. Yes.
You trying to stay?
You're not?
I've been throwing a party.
Well, you can see that obviously Gavin Newsom and the cops don't really like people with solutions, and they don't really like people taking over buildings and pressing this issue. But you know what? We're going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep on this issue, so it doesn't really matter.
What time is it?
It's 12.
Hello, hands up.
Oh no!
No, sure, fire!
It is now.
Somebody lost their bedding.
That's LS. It's not us stay there. Or you know what? You know what? Wait after they take them out.
Sure they won't grab it? They're probably gonna grab it. It might be a good time to go because there's not a lot of police. They're not going to be able to try to chase you around. Yeah. We just want to do it quick now.
It's not actually wanting to even arrest us inside us. They just want us to leave.
They don't like this.
Yeah, I know.
Was it substantial?
I know. They're blaming it on the asbestos and
Oh, it's unsafe. That's right.
who cares? I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes today. What do I care about asbestos? Hi, Star. How the hell are you?
How are you?
Star.
I think we should roll regardless.
Steve Chester. Jason.
What's up? Good work, Tim.
Jenny.
Hello.
Hi, Jenny.
Mikey!
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Because there's no place for you to really park.
We park in industrial areas. We don't live in industrial areas. I wouldn't do that to people. I wouldn't do that. We live in industrial areas, and we're not allowed to be there.
Are they bringing you guys out now?
This is a perfect alternative. I used to squat.
Hey, Mara.
As part of the original squatter union here in the city back in the 70s. I squatted in France. I've squatted in Spain. It's alternative. It's a way to solve problems. Nobody's looking at it. Never start looking.
we've got to do something. The people who are homeless are the ones who are doing it, making the solutions.
And I know that some of the concern, with city government, that the buildings are not safe. They're not.
That's understandable, but why don't we look at this issue and make them safe? I mean, you're too busy tearing down the central the freeway, or spending money to put up all those buildings out on the pier.
I've been homeless for 2 years in Oakland and in the East Bay, and we need housing, and this is the solution. I don't see the city doing anything. I don't see any other people doing anything to help people that have been priced out, in the East Bay, and nothing people in San Francisco are doing something about it. So I wanted to be a part of this.
So, let's get you in the light.
Get this guy in the yellow hard hat back there.
Okay.
Take just through the grass.
Okay. Hey, what's your name? Excuse me, sir? You do have to display your badge, though. What's your name? I can do that off the record, though. It's okay, I got it anyway. It's beans. Hey guys! Chris! Can I get a public? Hey, can I get a comment on tape?
Okay, I'll stand by. Thank you.
So, Ms. Friedenbach, how are you doing today?
I'm all right.
And how do you feel about what's going on inside? Busted. Busted. So
Housing should be available for everyone who needs it. There's no reason we should have empty buildings laying around that are owned by the government when we got folks that are laying down on the street every night. So this building right here should be given over, and people can rehab it themselves. Folks got a lot of skills and a lot of resources, and turn it into some housing.
Cool. Cool.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Oh yeah.
Bullshit.
No, it looks like at the same time telling us that the building and people can live in there, it's still one of the same people that voted for Trump. I mean, that's
You tell me I
I'm
look
just
that way.
not.
Okay.
Hey, Mom. How's the golf games?
Can I get your badge number, please, on it?
Yeah, so does mine. Certainly.
Thanks. Excuse me, can I get like your badge numbers and stuff on camera?
Sure. 62.
Yeah. And what's your name?
Sergeant Steve Roach.
Oh, I appreciate it, sir. What's your name? Sweeney. And what's your name? What's your badge number? 605. Boline's. It's Bonnell. 804. You want to give a comment on there? No. Okay.
First of the year, I think it is. First of the year. Yeah, and then the
Wanted to spend the whole time getting out of it.
I think the board has a couple of months to do their classification on it. Finalize all that. I think the legislation might be in your packet.
Yeah. Hey, do you want to say your name and stuff? You want the lot? No, they're said no.
My name?
Yeah, can you just say your name and where you're with again?
Sure. Melina Willis from KPSA Radio. Is she available now?
Can I ask your personal opinion?
On what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would support the squatters. I think that having all these abandoned buildings just rotting away is ridiculous. I think that we should use them and take care of them and let people live in them and be warm and safe and have shelter.
Do you want to go in? Would you go inside and sit with them?
Would I go inside and sit with them?
Yeah. And get arrested?
I would if I didn't have the duty of going and getting the story out.
We'll go in. Well, the back door is open, and I'm just letting you know now. There's no police in the back guarding the door. You can go in, and if you want to like run in, try to. They might be waiting.
No, it's basically not safe. That's why the building was boarded up.
I think
By definition, that's why the building was boarded. So there's nothing
15
happening.
years ago.
That's why the building was cordoned off. It's because it's uninhabitable.
Yeah.
And I think one of their arguments is that they have skills to be able to make it inhabitable.
That's a
and
great
make it
argument.
safe.
That has nothing to do with making the building habitable. The building is not theirs to be made habitable, and that's not an argument that we can fight. You know, I got to do something.
Yeah,
Is he going to come or?
I understand that. I think that he's supposed to be coming. Let me just make one other phone call. But can I do this first?
Certainly.
Okay. Why don't I go ahead and talk to you first, and then.
If you're willing.
And you are with?
Tony Green, Coalition of Homelessness, Home Not Jails. And your name is?
Lorna Ho,
And you're with?
the district.
Okay.
And can you tell me, people here are saying that this is a building that has been abandoned for 15 years and that they can make it safe to live in. Do you know what the argument for not letting people in and not using this empty space for?
What I can tell you is that this building is here today is for the people that are in here who actually broke in because there are no trespassing signs, that they do need to leave, and we are asking them to leave as opposed to them being arrested. We have called the Mayor's Office on Homelessness because it is their area to be able to find these people shelter. The district's job is to educate children. We do have various different properties. As you know, we are in a budget crisis right now, so we are not able to make this building seismically safe at this time to be able to use for teaching and learning, and that's really what the district's buildings are for.
And do you have any opinion on whether you think squatting is a good use of this empty space in general? I mean, it's a way to get people off the streets to have shelter.
What's your name, sir? 71. Badge. Badge number 71.
Safe place to be for people that are homeless or students or
You want my name?
anyway.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sergeant Johnston.
Okay, Sergeant Johnston.
Bob Johnston.
Bob
Make
Johnston.
sure that this building remains secure and that people who may be in danger. If this
I'm trying to get all the cops that I can get, you know, the badge numbers and names and stuff for records.
Okay. Thank you.
Really?
Once they get elected into office, they have their own agenda.
Excuse me, young man. Do you have any comments? Can you say, you're with press, right?
Yeah.
Can you say your name and who you're with, and if you have any
Fletcher from the San Francisco Examiner.
Okay, do you have any comments on what's going on?
No, I'm just waiting to see what happens. It's interesting. They said the building was seismically unsafe, so.
Well, basically what it is, it doesn't meet, they're just saying it doesn't meet the newer codes, but, you know, I mean, the team's already been inside, the building's been assessed, it was assessed over a year and a half ago by Homes Not Jails who went in, so it's safe enough that we feel, because we would never allow anybody to go in, or we wouldn't be able to be standing here if this building was going to crumble. And, I mean, if the building was going to crumble, I'm pretty sure the city would tear it down, you know, versus just leaving it. I mean, even if it is supposedly a historic landmark, you know, it would be. That's what he's saying.
The people of San Francisco said it's a historic building. So they said that they should be able to sell the property. He said he feel like they should be able to sell the property and put the money towards schools, which I agree with. But they said the people of the city of San Francisco said this was a historic building and it couldn't be tore down and all this.
So it just has to stay in this unusual state.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure if they did, and somebody did buy the land and somebody eventually got it tore down, it wouldn't go to low-income housing. Believe that.
Oh,
They're
never.
trying to gentrify this whole area, so it ain't no way that poor people actually will be able to afford. If they did turn it into affordable housing, there's no way that they can actually afford nothing down there. So it's just gonna sit there.
Can you say your name and stuff for the camera?
You know who I am.
I know, but the other people in this world don't know that beautiful face.
My name Bianca. I work with Family Rights and Dignity, the Coalition of Homelessness.
FRD! FRD!
Yeah, I was hoping that she was going to come today. I think maybe something happened. You're going to want to wave.
You want me to take your pictures? I know you'd like to be in your home movies too. No?
I've already been on it. I've got an interview. That's cool.
One thing you go on vacation, once you get is pictures of everybody but you. Actually, I end up in most of those pictures, but I don't operate. Guy with the go to that class area, Hunter White does a lot of the electrical stuff.
Excuse me, young lady. Do you have no comments?
No, I have no comments.
Any comments?
How's the photographer doing?
Okay, can you say your name?
I'm Ted Gullickson with the Tenants Union and longtime member with Homes Not Jails. And we took over this building a year and a half ago. And this is a building which has been vacant for 15 years, just sitting here empty while people sleep on the streets outside of it. We took the building over a year and a half ago, and in response to that, the Board of Supervisors passed legislation mandating each city department to list all of the buildings they own, list which ones are vacant, and list which ones are surplus. And according to that legislation, the surplus property needs to be turned over for housing for people who are homeless, or if it can't be fixed up, to be sold, and with the proceeds going to build more affordable housing. And this is an example of the buildings that are on that list, and Homes Not Jails will be fighting to get each of those buildings on that list. We're going through the list right now, and there's a bunch of them. There's one on Jesse, an old fire station, an old police station at 20th and Potrero. And so we'll be working to get those buildings turned over to us so that people who are homeless can fix up those buildings and move into them as soon as possible. And if the city doesn't act, we'll just take over those buildings too.
And what's your feeling on them saying that this is supposedly a historic landmark?
Well, I don't think it's an historic landmark. They always have come up with excuses on this building for the past 15 years, and they keep saying, oh, we can't do this with it, we want to do this with it, and they just have nothing but excuses. This building should either be fixed up and turned into housing, or if it can't be fixed up, the city should sell the building and use the money to build more housing.
They're taking them out?
So you look at it, it's not for the homeless, not for anybody else. apparently what happened is Homes Not Jails has occupied the building that's been vacant for some years.
And what was this building?
It belonged to the school board. It still does belong to the school board, but it's structurally unsafe due to the earthquake, and it needs to be retrofitted, and there's no money to do all that. So it's been vacant for quite some time.
So there would be, I mean, for that reason alone, it would be illegal to try to occupy it?
Well, yes, the school board owns it. As you can see, they have no trespassing signs posted all around the whole building.
So how many people do we have in there?
I believe there's about a dozen.
There's
13.
Leads the 13.
Okay, 13. Baker's dozen. Good enough.
All right, so what's going to happen to these people?
Well, I have an officer on the inside with the group right now. They're trying to broker a deal where they'll make their political statement and then voluntarily leave the premise. And if that occurs, the school board does not want to press charges, and we'll leave, and everyone will leave without being arrested. If they don't, and the school board wants to sign a citizen's arrest, we'll go in and arrest them.
So again, we're waiting for what to happen right this moment?
The group is having their own little conference within the premise, and they're deciding what action they want to take. And according to what action they want to take,
you're okay. You're fine.
Hey, can you say who you are and where you with?
I'm with Cron TV.
And what's your name?
My name's Russ.
Cool beans.
Should be in a few minutes.
Thanks a lot.
Sure.
Okay, now, you, with your group business.
Jails! Homes not 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 jails!
Grab this one, talking about.
These are the ones?
Yeah, these ones are inside. They were like storm. They were actually going.
Hey, one question though. Who's crowbar? Oh, all right. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right.
Just to say, this is a long struggle. There's hundreds and hundreds of vacant buildings in this city, and we're going to be back.
Yeah,
so
we
we're
are.
here, send a message to City Hall. You either get out of the way and we'll take it over, or you do it yourself. But either way, we're going to come back until the job's done, until there's no more homeless on this street or any streets of the city of this country.
All right. Yeah.
If there is model legislation allowing people to work together, the city, the homeless, and everybody else, to solve this problem with a lot less expenditure and to renovate these cities using city buildings using the homeless people's labor.
What are they doing with the buildings anyway? They're just sitting here. Taxpayers are still paying tax dollars on them. It's not a graceful way of going.
How long has the building been vacant?
Ever since 1989, ever since the earthquake. And they're talking, one of the things they're talking about is it's costing too much money in order to demolish the building, to turn the proceeds over to homeless people. And look at the amount of homeless people that's dying on our streets every day. People that are out with no home. You know, they can get in here, there's something called sweat equity. You know, they can demolish this building and do something. It's not good. What are you going to do? You're going to just stick it here until it actually falls down? You know, you're spending more money on homelessness a day, you're spending more money on everything but services for homeless people.
Exactly.
What's your name? L.S. Wilson. Can you spell that for me? L.S., like in Larry Sam Wilson, okay. W-I-L-S-O-N. Great. Thanks.
Mike Lyle.
Need more hands.
On behalf of the district, if you have comments.
I would. Are you going to be around for a couple of minutes? I'm going to talk to one
with Homes Not Jails and Civil Rights Project Coalition.
Civil Rights Project?
Yeah, Coalition of Homelessness. Freedom right here.
You can get your barcode, man.
Huh?
You can get your barcode. You got a barcode?
No. Yeah.
Right here, right where you stand.
Mike Lyle. L-Y-L-E.
Thanks, Mike.
No problem.
Homes Not Jails and Civil Rights Project Coalition.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming.
Who are you with?
My name is George. I'm an intern at the Bay Guardian. Just got a call about this, and we got a press release this morning, and we ran down here as fast as we could on our bikes. No cars, no vans, no video, nothing. Just a recorder and a notepad.
And on behalf of Homes Not Jails and Coalition of Homelessness, I really want to thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Oh, just tell me me Randy's last name was? Sweet Jacket?
He got to tell you that. Yeah, he definitely tell you that.
2 hours sleep last night for people who are watching this on the Living Wage show. This building and about a few hundred others are abandoned by the city, where workers could come in. A work crew could come in of day laborers, repair this place, pay them a minimum living wage, and you will have apartments for seniors, disabled, and other community members. Treasurer Bruce Allison, Living Wage.
Thank you. Young man, what's your name and occupation and who you with?
My name's D. Allen. I'm currently unemployed and homeless, and I'm with Homes Not Jails.
Yeah, right.
Loser.
Poser.
Fuck you.
All right, they labor on like we're actually live. Can you go back over there, man?
Do you want some food?
Prima
Food.
I'm in the mood for anything vegetarian right now.
All right, you want a falafel
Food.
sandwich? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want some food?
Falafel sandwich and some
What do you want?
organic
No falafel.
vegetables.
Falafel?
Preferably water. Water's good.
2 falafels, 1 cheeseburger, and is there anyone else? from
Actually,
Homes Not
they have.
Jails?
Okay, like what's your name and who you with and what's your occupation?
My
name's Guy with Homes Not Jails.
Yeah.
Looking for another place to sleep tonight.
Right.
We don't know him. I'm here for the same reason, looking for a place to sleep tonight, dude. Staying at the school was great, but cops done crushed it for me. Oh well.
So what was it like inside, man? Was it like?
It was big. It was spacious. Man,
Was it a lot better than the streets?
hell of a lot better than the streets. 10 times better than the streets.
Dude, like,
Got more action than in the streets.
who did he get the action from?
I feel
or
it was
what?
kind of a Venetian decor.
Squatters are easy.
Some nice furniture.
Would you like saying that on comment?
Sort of a Ralph Lauren feel.
So you're a squatter and you're easy.
The only thing it was lacking was paintings.
You want a pretty little pink one?
Fuck you.
No, that's what you'd really like, but you know.
That was so funny. The child. You said the child, and what I really got from you tonight is that a lot of times you let the child out. You know, like that's what you bring. That's what you bring to the communities. You bring the child. You bring, being silly and fun and everything. But tonight I got the serious stuff. Really, Thank you, Charles.
Serious stuff?
Yeah. No, I got the adult Charles and I got the kid Charles all in one. And that's who you are. That's who you are for us. Thank you, Charles. Charles Pitts. Yeah. Exactly. They'd probably do it, next week. All right, so we've got one more performance, 2 more performers performing together who are absolutely fantastic together. Most of you know that. We're going to hear from Giuseppe Wildfeather and Lee Mallory, and they will soothe you. Put your hands together for Giuseppe Wildfeather and Lee Mallory, everybody. Lee, I want to check your mic.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, check.
Oh, will you turn it on?
Before the leaves turn brown,
Everybody's on his road, going somewhere. So we'll put you back on the road. Let's see if we can find our way. I played this song for a heroin addict the other day on the street. I just felt like I wanted to give him something. And as I was singing it to him, I kind of felt the song was really written for this guy. And I felt that this song, The Road, that you've heard me doing for a number of years, is really about a heroin addict. There's so many of them on the streets, and this is part of our life, you know. And I sang to him, and I felt, maybe it'll bless him, maybe it'll talk to him. And it did. He was very reverent about it. You know, he just kind of gave me his full attention. He's one of the guys that hangs around the Hotel Utah. Comes in toward the evening, he kind of weaves around. But I think the song was about the road. How many times we turn away down a dark street where tears how many times we acquiesce to all your passions and your fears. Soft evening light in the heart of town. On glossy roads, smoke trails blow. Once knew Mojo Man who disappeared into a vapor from below. Where do they take you? Do they leave? Are there signposts I can read? She said it turns right into paradise soon as it passes through her creed. No, 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 no. No. pretend. Some lead to Calvary, some to Rome, some to Muslims, Christians, and Jews. Some end in college towns and new elite, giving Buddha rave reviews. Ailing highways, bleeding arteries, gridlocked in hopeless deep despair, cannot traverse beyond this road we're on. Can't pay the toll, don't have the fare. No, no, well, that's the road. What was that? Yeah, didn't it? Didn't it?
Like that shot just that way it works through all our veins.
You know, Mr. Mallory, it's up to you, bro.
Charles, what did you do with that sheet of paper I gave you? Is it plastic? This is a piece I've been wanting to read to everybody for a long time. It's a piece that a friend of mine, Joey Steck, down in Southern California, sent to me, forwarded it to me. But it's a real nice piece about love and stuff. Yeah. Once upon a time, there was an island where all the feelings lived. Happiness, sadness, knowledge, and all the others, including love. One day it was announced to all the feelings that the island was going to sink to the bottom of the ocean. So all the feelings prepared their boats to leave. Love was the only one that stayed. She wanted to preserve the island of paradise until the last possible moment. When the island was almost totally under, Love decided it was time to leave. She began looking for someone to ask for help. Just then Richness was passing by in a grand boat. Love asked, "Richness, can I come with you on your boat?" Just answered, I'm sorry, but there's a lot of silver and gold on my boat, and there would be no room for you, love, anywhere. Then Love decided to ask Vanity for help, who was passing by on a beautiful vessel. Love cried, Vanity, help me, please. I can't help you, Vanity said. You're all wet and will damage my beautiful boat. Next, Love saw Sadness passing by. Love said, Sadness, please let me go with you. Sadness answered, Love, I'm sorry, but I just need to be alone now. Then Love saw Happiness. Love cried out, Happiness, please take me with you. But Happiness was so overjoyed that he didn't hear Love calling to him. Love began to cry, and then she heard a voice say, Love, come with me. Come, Love, I will take you with me. It was an elder. Love felt so blessed and overjoyed that she forgot to ask the elder his name. When they arrived on land, the elder went his way, on his way. Love realized how much she owed the elder. Love found Knowledge and asked, who was that who helped me? It was Time, Knowledge answered. Why did Time help me when no one else would? Love asked. Knowledge smiled with deep wisdom and sincerity and answered, because only Time is capable of understanding how great love is. That's it. Because only Time is capable of understanding how great love is. Thank you for letting me do that.
We gotta give him the unicorn song, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Don't we have to? We gotta give him the unicorn song. Yeah. And everybody's invited to join in on the sound, the words on beyond zebra.
On the old sea road.
On beyond zebra.
This is a song I wrote with a good friend of mine, Brian Cole, who is no longer with us. He was the bass player of the association. So about 1973, he was my roommate, and we sat down and wrote this song. I had no idea what it meant when I wrote it, but I've come to understand it a lot more since. It's called the Unicorn Song.
zebra. When you figure out what's going on beyond zebra, what's going on beyond zebra? What does that mean? What does it mean to be beyond zebra? Well, what is a zebra? It's a horse with stripes, right? You gotta think beyond the horse with stripes to figure this man out. Got a song that I've been working on. Everything that glitters is not gold. It's a song about the beautiful girl. You know, did you ever wonder about what the beautiful girl goes through? I'm coming to realize that it's not so sweet having all this social prominence and all that goes with your good looks. I'm finding a lot of beautiful girls, and men too. Men suffer. So the song's called Beautiful Girl. You're a beautiful girl, you got it all, but you need to live in this world. Eyes of blue, slender figure too, hair like silk, and everybody wants you. They love the way you look. You're intelligent and fine. You can take what you want and leave the rest behind. Oh, beautiful girl, got it all, but you need to live in this world. Wherever you go, people stare, wishing they had your face so fair. You're the perfect thing. You're a dream come true. Your mommy and your daddy so in love with you. Oh, beautiful girl, you got it all, but you need to leave this world. You got it all, but you hate yourself. You feel so cute, you feel like Santa's elf. You're someone's toy, something to play. Who mocks at you when you try to pray? Oh, beautiful girl, you got it all, but you need to leave this world. How would you know? How can you see through unbiased eyes others' misery? Have you been blessed, or have you been cursed to be the last for being the first? Oh, beautiful. This rain will keep raining on. I'll walk along with my head held high. I'll find a song and I'll sing it to the sky. I may be brown, but I'll live until I die. That's the way it's gonna be. We'll see. When I say
1,000 a day. I've got a smile that just says and stays. That's the way it's gonna be. That's the way it's gonna be. That's the way it's gonna be. You wait and see. That's just the way it is.
Very much. Is that
Okay, it is.
Good.
Yeah.
Is that conclude?
I would like to thank all you guys for your wonderful work. Okay. I would like to thank all you guys for doing your hard work. All you guys are talented. And I know I'm not in that realm yet. I hope to be one day.
Yeah, we'll get you there. Don't let insecurity rule your life. And I'll say that here, Trust me, it's not a good thing.